Imagine you had invested $100,000 in NVIDIA, Arista Networks, or supermicrocomputer 5 years ago. What do you think your wealth would look like today? Let's find out the extraordinary result together. To see NVIDIA stock performance over the past 5 years, I used the website Stock Analysis. I simply type NVIDIA into the search bar, click on the top result, and then come to the stock overview. Next, I select the 5-year chart, which clearly shows the stock's incredible performance over this period. Specifically, it has gained 1,953%, meaning your investment would have nearly increased 20-fold. What's driving this massive growth? You can find out by clicking on Financials, then selecting Income, and scrolling down to Net Income Growth. Here, you'll see that the past 2 years have had exceptionally high triple-digit percentage profit increases. For example, in fiscal year 2024, NVIDIA net income surged by nearly 581% compared to 2023. This is exactly the kind of earnings growth typical of multi-bagger stocks. Always focus on earnings development. When you see percentage increases like this, pay attention since the stock price always follows a company's fundamental development in the long run. You might be looking at a next great investment opportunity. Let's now run a sample calculation for NVIDIA. What would have happened to your $100,000 investment? So, you invest the discussed $100,000 on February 7, 2020 at a stock price of $6.33. Over the next 5 years, the stock price increases by 1,953% as previously shown. Now, let's take the closing price on February 7, 2025. The stock is trading at $129.84. As a result, your initial $100,000 investment has grown to $2,053,000 before taxes. Congratulations, you would be a millionaire. Let's move on to the next example. So, let's take a look at Arista Networks. Again, I type the name into the search bar, go to the stock overview, and click on the 5-year chart. Here, we can see that the stock has increased significantly by approximately 715%. This means that your investment would have nearly increased 8-fold. Let's take another look at earnings growth. The fiscal year 2019 stands out as we see a triple-digit percentage increase compared to the previous year. The following years, 2021 to 2024, each show double-digit growth rates. As you can see, a company doesn't always need triple-digit earnings growth for its stock price to rise exponentially. What truly matters is a consistent increase in earnings over time. Let's also run a sample calculation for Arista Networks. What would have happened to your $100,000 investment here? You invest the discussed $100,000 on February 7, 2020 at a stock price of $14.54. Over the next 5 years, the stock price increases by 715%, so by February 7, 2025, the stock price reaches $118.47. As a result, your $100,000 investment would have grown to $815,000 before taxes. The $1 million mark would now be in sight. And now, let's move on to our third stock, supermicrocomputer. Again, I type the name into the search bar, select the first option, and go to the stock overview. From there, I choose the 5-year chart, and once again, we can see that the stock has surged significantly over this period, multiplying in value. Specifically, it shows a gain of 1,184%, meaning your investment would have nearly 12-fold. Next, we go to Financials, check net income growth, and look at the percentage values. Here too, we see triple-digit percentage earnings growth, particularly in 2022 and 2023. Let's make the last sample calculation of this video for supermicrocomputer. What would have happened to your $100,000 investment? On February 7, 2020, you would have bought the stock at a price of $2.83. Over the next 5 years, the stock price increased by 1,184%, reaching $36.28 on February 7, 2025. This means your $100,000 investment would have grown to $1,284,000 before taxes. Once again, congratulations would have been in order. You would have achieved another extraordinary result. So, what can we learn from the developments of these 3 examples? Let's break it down clearly in the final section of this video. First and foremost, we should take away that our main focus must be on a company's earnings growth. Remember, consistent earnings growth over years is key for a stock price to multiply over time. Double-digit growth rates are very solid. Triple-digit growth rates represent the optimal scenario. Furthermore, we should also evaluate the financial outlook of the company. Are we looking at a future-proof business model? Can we expect the company's products or services to remain in demand or even grow in demand over time? How does the management view the company's future? Annual reports, among other sources, provide valuable insights into these questions. Additionally, we should always take a long-term approach. As you've seen, even multi-bagger stocks can take several years to multiply in value. That's why I consistently showed you the 5-year chart in the examples to emphasize the importance of patience and long-term investing. Finally, you should tie all the gathered information back to the stock's current valuation using metrics such as the price-to-earnings ratio or the price-to-book ratio. By the way, you'll find a detailed overview of the most important valuation metrics in my video on multi-bagger stocks. That brings us to the end of this video. I hope I was able to show you that the stock market is a powerful tool to significantly grow your wealth and ultimately achieve financial independence. Always remember, you are able to find multi-bagger stocks on your own. You don't need luck or experts. What you need is detailed research and a well-thought-out strategy that you stick to over the long term. Wishing you great success in building your wealth, and I hope to see you in my next video.